Testing. 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 Let me get this Discord thing going. We are almost on the way. It is 6:02. Getting ready, y'all. We're about to listen to some songs. You guys submitted a bunch of songs, and this is my first time live on Twitch and everything. Just making sure it's working. This was a process and a half to set up, but let's see. Let's go. Is this going? We are on. Okay. Let's go. Sick. Okay. The comments are here. My boy Jack is doing the Discord. Somebody pop in on the TikTok live to let people know the link. But we're just gonna get to it. It's your boy Young Fell. I got my girl Isabel sitting in the corner. I think everybody's a little bit hungover and tired today, and I thought this would be a good day to start streaming for the first time of my life. So thank you to everybody who submitted on Nero. The way this works, my boy Eddie started this thing. I think some other artists have been doing it, and it's basically a way to listen to your guys' music. We have 168 submissions, and yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all and listen to your music. I'm gonna go Simon Cowell mode. And just check out your music. So the way this works, yeah, there's 168 people in line. I don't think this will be a 6-hour stream. So the way Nero works, if you don't want to wait, if you don't want to sit and wait, you can go to wherever you submitted on Nero.fan /Felly. And you could do like a pay to skip the line if you don't want to wait. If you don't want to pay, you just wait, and we'll get to your song. If not in this stream today, then in another one. But yeah, man, I'm beginning for the first time to do this. So apologies on any. Let's turn this mic up a little bit. Can everybody hear fine? I'm looking at the chat. Someone said, Fell's streaming journey started. How can I see the Twitch comments without looking at this screen? That's something I want to know. That's my emails. Don't mind that. Maybe in OBS I can do that. No, I can't. All right, fuck it, y'all. Let's go. I think there's 16 people who, pulled out that wallet and got themselves to the front of the line. The purpose of this is just to share music. I'm going to give my honest feedback to your songs, and I'm going to keep it real with you. And if any of you guys like each other's songs or see yourself collaborating, get communal with it. Don't be shy. But let's get into it. And I'll probably listen to 2 minutes of each song. Usually by 2 minutes you have an idea of what is going on with the song. But I really want to see how I can look at the comments while I'm doing this instead of going to this, because that's kind of crazy. Okay, fuck it. We're rolling, y'all. In the comments, let me know if anything is fucked up, or if you can't hear. That would be very insightful. First song up, we got Tyler Harley. Forced Reflection is the name of the song. It's at Tyler Harley Music. Let's go. And I'm gonna give it maybe a minute or two. I know we have a lot to get through, but I wanna make sure I'm hearing everybody's stuff and giving my best feedback. Here we go, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the music. Say hello to beautiful Isabel in the corner. She had a rough night last night. Let's go. Tyler Harley, folks. Forced Reflection. The first song ever. Come with that heat, Tyler. Let's go.
I'm alone in the nighttime again. Trying really hard to get on my head. Take the pieces, put them back a new way instead. Yeah, I'm hopeless in hindsight, she said. I remember struggling to make friends. I remember all the days that I want to be dead. I remember the week in the bin with the brand new mess. I remember coming out straight fresh like a brand new man. But I know that it ain't right. How I spoke at the end of my life. I got way too unguarded. I don't know how it started. It feels like nothing's a win. I can't walk off with a grin. I'll have to force a smile. I wanna stay a while. It's all a contradiction. I wonder ways to begin. I'm alone in the nighttime again. Trying really hard to get on my head. Take the pieces, put them back a new way instead. Yeah, I'm hopeless in hindsight, she said. I remember struggling to make friends. I remember all the days that I want to be dead. I remember the punch in the gut when I wake up.
Tyler Harley, Forced Reflection. The first tune. Hey, brother. You were the first guy to throw your song out. That takes balls, and I love it. Some thoughts about the song. I think you have a great voice. Your voice reminds me of Trippie Redd. I don't know if you've heard that before, but you have that nice, belting hip hop voice. Some things that stuck out. I really liked the section at 142 when it kind of went to major chords. Obviously, this is like a reflective type of song. It's kind of like deep. It has like a darker Trippie Redd Juice WRLD pocket to it. Couple quick thoughts off rip. Think the intro is a little too long. The beat gets old after a while, and I think you could switch up some of the melodies. Maybe with the cadence. I think a general rule of thumb is like every 8 bars, when in songwriting, every 8 bars, like switch up the what's happening just to keep your ear engaged, and then play with production things to like pull things out or add things in. I think the beat, you kind of know what it is the whole time, and it's cool beat, but I think we could use just like a little bit more of things happening and like a story being told through the music. So I think both of those fall in line with what songwriting is. I think songwriting is about your pen, which is that kind of 8 bars thing, what you're doing vocally, but then it's also about what's happening in the music. All in all, bro, you got a great voice. Keep writing songs. I appreciate you being the first person to spin on this, and I like when it goes to the major chords at 142, and that's a good area. Usually the ear gets bored around a minute 40, 2 minutes. That's usually where people put bridges. And so I think maybe you could use those chords, because that was a really sweet section. And maybe put that somewhere in the beat earlier, just to have peaks and valleys. Give it up for Tyler Harley, y'all. I'm going to check the Twitch real quick to just make sure everything is sounding good. People are okay. Everything's good. Fuck yeah, y'all. Let's go. That's my email again. Sorry about that. Don't look at that. Tyler Harley, big up, brother. Second one, Charlie Octopus. Great name. Love it. Off rip. Just an instrumental, but I'd love any feedback. Okay, amazing. Let's go. Little reggae thing. Multi-genre. That's Charlie Octopus with Wednesdays. Very dope, bro. I love the sample. I love that you're blending a lot of genres. I think there's that's the type of music that I feel like plays when you're at like a nice bar or lounge or like in a hotel lounge and you're just like, what is this? I like this. And it kind of makes the space feel nice. As far as musical qualities, I think you get an A+ for having taste. I think the sample is really cool. I think your drums are cool. I think the drums are the one thing that I would be like. There was a couple things in the drums that kind of show a little bit of that raise a hair on my head. I think mostly like in the break section, the boom, it kind of seems like you were trying to do something like with what like a break beat would do, but you were doing it with like a kind of like a stock sounding snare, and it kind of sounded quantized, which we're not going to get into quantizing. No worries on that. Do what you do. But I think something about that sounds a little robotic and on the grid and kind of like sounds like computer music. I think when you're having something that is a blend of natural vinyl sounding sample analog world, and then you're blending it with the modern analog the modern type of drums. I think you just want to maybe try to marry those worlds a little bit better. Maybe that build up could be another break sample, or I know like Drake does a lot of shit like that, or like 40, whoever produces Drake, will do a lot of stuff with like you could get the same effect where it's like a build without it just being here's the snare doing I think that's just a thought. The snare is a little bit loud, and the beat is a little bit abrasive in some ways. But I really like the music, and I like the feel of it, and I like the pocket. I think it's just about getting your drum sounds to be a little bit better, maybe getting the drum sounds to marry the aesthetic of a sample, so they're kind of blended a little bit better and kind of just sit in the pocket, so it doesn't sound like here's a sample and then here's a beat under the sample, because I can almost, when I'm listening to it, I can almost hear like the stems and like the separation between the two, like here's the music and here's the beat, they're both happening and I can like see them in my head. But I think in an ideal world, my brain doesn't even turn on in that way, and it just sounds like cohesive music. But your beats are dope. That's Charlie Octopus. His Instagram is Charlie O Baby. I know there's probably a lot of artists who sing and rap in here, and fucking go hit up Charlie and have him make you a beat. But big up Charlie. That was number 2. Just gonna double check the Twitch one more time, make sure everything's fucking money. It looks like you guys are saying some nice things. I appreciate that. Y'all like my haircut, by the way? I got my hair fucking cut off, bro. Ain't nobody said nothing yet, but my roommate can't even look at me. He's like, I never seen you like that. To look at your comments, read your phone, they said. My phone is doing something else. Izzy, can you get on can you go on my Twitch? It's Felly222. And for those just tuning in, here what we're doing is we're listening to music submitted by you guys through a link called Nero.fan/Felly. And it looks like we have 172. And I think I'm going to stop this stream at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So we have about hour 40 minutes left. But yeah, you submit your song. If I don't get to your song today, or if you don't want to wait, you could pay to cut the line. And a few people have already done that. So we're getting to the people who want their shit played right now. And then to everybody else who submitted a song, I think there's maybe some way where we'll in the next stream we can get to you, or you could bump your song. But they love the haircut. Fuck yeah. I don't know if y'all can hear Izzy, but I think it's just this mic's working. We live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. It's my first time on Twitch, and there's also a Discord. My boy Jack is running the Discord. Pop that Discord link in. I'm going to be on Discord soon, but I'm just trying to figure this shit out because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And there's like 16 different windows open. But streaming culture, y'all. Let's go. Third up, BNK. BNK Music is his Instagram. Producer from New York, living in Florida. He's got a SoundCloud link. Let's go. BNK, you're next up. Let's rock. What the fuck is this? Okay, here we go. BNK.
What do you make of the current state of dance music at the moment?
Honestly, it's just easy to get distracted, The parties, the trends, the sounds. But to be real, most of that is just noise. And I think it should always start with the
BNK.
Otherwise, it just turns into an industry.
Let's go. I'm fucking with it. I'm moving.
And I think it should always start with the music first. The parties, the trends, the sounds. And I
Bianc, I'm rocking to it. I'm gonna skip because it's a 5-minute song. I'm gonna go to the second half real quick.
Cool. Otherwise, it just turns into an initiative. Cool. And I think it should always start with the music first.
That's Bianc. Bianc, I hope I'm saying your name right, bro. But I really like you. I like your sounds, bro. I think off rip I was moving, and I think that's a great sign. The genre was listed as disco. I'm not really I'm not talking about genres here. It never really matters the genre in my eyes. It's good music and bad music. I think that's good music right there, Bianc. I think you're doing your thing. I have few notes because I like music like that. That's just low lift. It doesn't require too much attention. It's not like look at me. It's just like a vibe that feels good. And yeah, off rip, I was moving. I think the bass line is gas. I think you know what you're doing with drums. And I think it's a pretty feeling good song. I think the vocal sample was a cool addition. It's a bit loud and maybe gets a little redundant after a while. Maybe it could just be like a tag in the intro. But I understand when you're making instrumental music, the desire to have something else that's going on. So I get it. But dude, I think I'm not worried about you. I think you're doing good things, and go spin these songs in public and see how people move, and trust their body reaction. I'm blanking on the there's some like Quincy Jones statement, but if the bodies are moving, if the feet are tapping, there's something like that where if your body's moving, that's all you need, bro. So you had me moving. So that's Bianc Music on Instagram, producer from New York, living in FL. Sounding good, brother. Big up. Next up, number 4. And I apologize if it seems like I'm going fast. I'm trying to give everybody a look. My Camaro is the name of the song. Zol is the artist. That's at Andrew_Zol on IG. A piece from my third and unreleased concept album. Hope you find it interesting, Phil. This is a 6-minute and 20-second song. I'm not gonna be able to do all 6 minutes, Zol, but I'm gonna spin it now. I said that in the beginning. Don't take it personal. Just got a lot of songs to listen to. Concept album.
Il y a beaucoup de vent. Où voudrais-tu aller?
How about an island? Top secret, they call it.
Quand est-ce que nous partons?
Day after tomorrow.
Will I get banned if I smoke on TikTok?
Quelle route devrais-je prendre?
There's only one way you can go on.
Que devrais-je porter?
Whatever you like.
My boy got a movie scene going here.
So we drove. We drove for miles, passing row homes and hills, memories and strangers, watching lives go by, one car at a time.
Meditative.
And as the low rumbling of the road put her to sleep, sunlight crept over the horizon, laying quiet and still, bathed in the morning light. Tears burned my eyes. Don't ask me, for I don't know why.
This shit is like a movie
Took a
scene.
detour through my mind's eye, took my Camaro through that warm glow.
My Camaro.
My Camaro speaks on heaven's ways, not only for the ones who sailed away, There's only one road you can go by. My Camaro. Only a fragment of my mind. I thought my path was already underway. Gust of wind for freshwater springs. A hand on your shoulder belonging to a friend or a brother, showing you there's more to life. Expressing love and humor like most people do. A better time. At least it seems that way. Filled with games and laughter. Shared with a friend or a sister. I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have seen the faces on that old avenue. Living now under the love of a mother's quilt. Drifting off in a rocket ship we never built. Where the water ends and the sky begins.
I'm just moving through the song. When it reaches its destination. Whole fucking movie in this one, whole story. I'm interested first. I want to ask the Twitch comments what we think of something like that, cuz I think that's you know, there's certain ways about going about things that I think are you know, normal and everybody succumbs to and goes in that direction. But I think this is interesting because it just says like, fuck that. Fuck rules. It says I'm going to make a 6-minute, 22-second song. It's going to have an intro. It's going to have an outro. It's going to be poetry. It's going to have Santana sounding guitar licks. It's going to have live drums. Zol, I hope I'm saying her name right. Very interesting piece of art. Like I don't even know, like it's music, but it's like spoken word and it's kind of cinematic. Very interesting. And I think I'm like, you know, I have to take off my hat of producer and songwriting things, because I think with something like that it all goes, it's you can't judge this like that. And I don't think I'm doing this as a judge either. I think we're all here making art. It sounds like you make art from a very pure place, which I would encourage you to keep doing, and I think that's really dope. I think continue to do that. I think being mindful of presentation and time and place of when you present something like that, how I'd be curious how you're presenting it. I almost see that like if that was a video or a visual or something that accompanied it, I think it would make a little bit more sense. As something you're just listening to and playing as music, I think it has a lot of it's very it's almost asking a lot, which is cool, but I think there's a way to present it so you are more engaged and not just wondering what world this is and where we are. So I think it's a very dope song. I mean, and like I said in the beginning, I apologize about skipping. I just got to get through people. That's definitely a song that I don't wish I skipped, because I think there's a full journey there that I, you know, there's probably a token in there of, you know, it all makes sense at the 5-minute mark. But just judging by, you know, my response and my feedback, I think you can maybe gauge, read the room a little bit and see how people, see how this can maybe be packaged in a way that is a bit more understandable. It sounds like you're a creative ass kid and a deep thinker and somebody who, and the sounds are incredible. I don't know if you ever do film scores or movies or something, but it sounds like you are, you know, like you're not just a producer or a musician. Like this is a bigger scope here. So I think it's really like impressive and very cool. My Camaro, I think I said My Camaro in the beginning, but My Camaro by Andrew Zoll, very cool. And you said it's a concept album, so I'm sure all this ties into each other. I would just think, yeah, like I said, think about how with concept albums and just the way that the world is, it's like, I don't want to say this as like a shot at anybody listening or any artists about, you know, we're all aware of how little attention span the world has right now, and how people, and that's like not an excuse to make music that is like, you know, just dumb dopamine and just like spoon fed. But I think there's a way to mesh that into, you know, the times of how we could receive something like this. If that was something that was live, or if I was laying down, it almost reminded me of, we've done like fucking sound baths and shit. Like if I was on shrooms and like laying down for a sound bath for that, I think I would be like, that was fucking insane, because it sounds like a psychedelic trip. So yeah, I think it's really impressive, and I think your sounds are really cool, and I think you have a lot of potential in that world. I think I urge you to find like the space where that you can hit it on the head, so all of your talent is not overlooked, and so that it's like, I get it. But very dope song. My Camaro, Andrew Zoll. If there's anybody who makes films or you know, is just a creative in that world, or thinks beyond music, I would tap in with this kid. Zoll, very dope, man. Thank you for submitting this. Fuck yeah, y'all. I want to read what people said. Love the scene setting. I fuck with the heavy. I'm in the mood for something chill. Love the idea of songs that feel like a theatrical experience. We need more of that. It's a whole other thing. I agree. And that might be the lane, that it's just like, you know, in this world of people wanting quick hits. Like maybe I heard somebody talk about how, you know, the biggest thing these days is going to be people putting down their phones and going outside and having raw experiences. So maybe there is, maybe that is the lane. Yeah, I'm happy people in the Twitch fuck with it. And I think it's very impressive. Femi Isola, number 5, ha ha ha, is the name. Some cool unreleased coming late Jan. Femi Isola, let's go.
In the whip said she ain't never spent Tuesday like this. I said, hi, Miss Girl, okay, I don't know who you trying to convince. Either way, I changed your life. Yesterday you broke, today you rich. Popped out for the one time with the gang, but don't say hi, don't come my way. This shit'll get turned real quick. Stampede your face, get stomped by J's. How you book me a show, him play with my money, motherfucker better run that pay. Silly you must be new, you must not knew we from that way. Don't get it misconstrued, we own that. I don't gangbang. Never did push pack, but I show you I still got dope. Ain't none of this.
This is gas.
Gon' hit like freight train, matter of fact, hit like A train. Come watch me run through these bodies. It ain't no problem, no fuck up the party, little bitch. I'm the Joker. I pull up with Harley. We laugh at these hoes like okay.
Femi.
Niggas ain't hate, but a nigga can't help it. Chase that money, ain't shit funny, but a nigga can't help it. Lately feel like been an uptick with the atomic. Some of y'all rush, put too much trust in the process. Slow cook, nigga, this a pot roast. Smoke too much, y'all need to let some of this pot rest. Moving like the Spanish on the conquest. What's a Ku Klux to a panther? Worry about the wrong shit. Need to get rid of that dandruff. Need to quit pumping my shoulders. Need to quit spinning my Fanta. Nosy out up in my business. No, we can't get it in tandem. No, I ain't into this stand up. Oh, nah. Everybody rap, everybody cold, everybody tryna get on, get old. No Bill Burr, this comedy gold, but not everybody in on a joke. Okay. Niggas say hate, but
This shit is gas. Femi Isola, you are fire. I loved that the whole time. What you say? She seconds that. That shit felt really good. And it was very honest and very fucking just, dude, you need a fire visual for that. And I love how you rap. I love how everything you say is genuine. Nothing sounds like out of pocket or weird. You're just keeping it real, and it's not always easy to make like flexy music that is like, you know, talking your shit, but that shit's like fun. And I think girls will love that. I think guys will love that. And I think there's something there's something important about girls loving things. I think girls kind of rule the music world, and guys are just kind of following behind. But Femi, who the fuck are you, bro? Tap in. I mean, you're incredible. I need to keep up with you and your journey. It reminded me of like old Isaiah Rashad. It reminded me of a little like Coda, and like good rap. Good rap is kind of lacking these days, but that gives me like a good feeling and is inspiring. Make a sick visual to that, something weird, not just you like just, you know, I mean it could be just very casual, but I could see something very artistic visually. You have any other thoughts? It's gas. Femi, you're a sick one. Yeah, people in the things. Nosmo, what's up, bro? He said he. Thank you. Y'all should go listen to Femi. I think he's an incredible rapper. And where are you from, Femi? Tell people where you're from. If we're ever in the same city, we should say hello. Big up Femi. His song is called Ha Ha Ha. It's coming late January. Happy New Year, folks. That shit was sick. Next up, we got a Throne. Throne means you said fuck everybody. I'm cutting the whole line. And it's called Play Dead, Lil Sewer Slide, or Pariah. Lil Sewer Slide is the @ It's from my upcoming EP, Pariah's Remorse. And it ain't even the craziest song on it. Let's fucking go. Play Dead, Lil Sewer Slide. We playing off Spotify. Looks like it's out. Okay. Little Sewer Slide. That's Lil Sewer Slide. Play Dead. I fuck with it. I think you need to stick with these producers because I think they have your back, and I think you have a very cool sound. Iz and I went to Coachella this past year, and you know, we watched Two Hollis, Netspan, that whole wave of new rap. I just saw Fake Mink play at the Roxy in Los Angeles, and it's like this. It's this new uprising of hip hop music that is like futuristic sounding and very like producer heavy, but the beats are crazy, and then you have like a melody that is catchy. And I think you have a catchy melody, and I think the beats and the sound sounds like a world, and you know, you're called Lil Sewer Slide. You obviously like have a pocket of something that you're building and like a vision that you see clearly in your head. And I think you just keep building that shit, bro. Like that's the shit that the boys I hang around with, you know, 20-year-olds often, and they be playing shit like this all the time on the bus. Myself, I don't know how you know me or my music, but respect, and I'm happy that our worlds mix because they are different. But I think that's the best part about music is things can be, you know, polar opposites, and we can all fuck with each other. Yeah, my little homies always be playing shit like this, and it just like stuff that's catchy and has you know, a world to it. I think you got to go hard with the visuals, like I've said to the past couple people, and just build your aesthetic. What's Young Lean's homie? Young Lean has a homie, I think it starts with the G. I'm blanking on it, but my buddy Oliver Malcolm went to one of his shows, and he was like, bro, it was like the music was cool, but it kind of builds a world. And so like if you could use your music to build a world, and the music is the soundtrack to that world, it's bigger than just being like a music snob and being like, oh, this is quantized, or this, like, these are like whatever, like getting into that world. I don't even see this type of shit in that world, which is very cool. And yeah, so Lil Sewer Slide or Pariah. I don't know if you're called Pariah, but the artist's name is Lil Sewer Slide. He's on Spotify. And Play Dead, it looks like Play Dead's out, and I guess you have an album on the way. But dude, keep building this world. You never fucking know. And I really like your producers. I see some of them. Kira Dunn, Connor, the fuck you doing? Produce that. Super dope, bro. I'm gonna keep it moving. Everybody good on Twitch and all that? I should tap into the comments, she says. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. I don't know how to pull up the comments like ASAP. I'm cheesing hard as fuck. Oh, he's in here. Hey, big up, bro. Writing all this down in my head. Yeah, bro. Just keep being weird and wavy, but build, like, make sure it has. I view music as like doors, right? Like, so your song is like, this is like what the outside of my door looks like. And people have the option, and there's a million fucking doors, and people have the option to go to that door and knock on it. But you want to make sure once they open that door that they want to keep going and stay. And like, there's other shit inside of that door. So, I like to speak in metaphors. Izzy thinks I'm an idiot sometimes because I speak in metaphors like this, but I think the metaphor here is the shit that's behind the door, build it up so it's like the visuals, the branding, the merch, the flags, the emblem, like who you hang out with, what your squad does, what your squad's into, like your whole lifestyle. 'Cause then that's where you could get people who are like, oh, I see myself in them. Yeah, big up. Let's go. Snuff the Pilot Light by Sammy Sheriff. Sammy Sheriff on IG, LA based. Let's work. Let's go. I don't know if y'all can see this. We got a video. Can y'all see the video? Oh, yeah. Sammy Sheriff snuffed the pilot light. Visuals fire already.
New passport with the name you pick. Be anyone you want, anyone you wish. Insurance fraud and fresh baked apple pie. Leave the oven on, let's go for a drive. Like Bonnie and Clyde. Bored in a life that we should love. Snuff the pilot light and flush the drugs. Yeah. Say all your goodbyes, my love. We're never coming back. Never coming back. Never coming back. Huh. I don't want forever to happen too quick, baby. I don't want forever to happen too quick. Break the fingers on the hands of time. Make a circle out of a straight line.
Sammy Sheriff snuffed the pilot light.
Burn it to the ground and shed your skin. The wall to a new self is paper thin. Express myself like cocktail garnish when the virtuous men become so harmless. Show me the proof, I know you meant it.
Holy shit. My boy is properly a creative, a weirdo in the best way. Bro, Sammy Sheriff. Okay, hopefully you guys could see that video on Twitch. The visual is crazy. Here's how it's going to go for you, bro. You're going to be weird and people are going to be unsure of who you are and what your whole thing is until it works. And then they're going to be like, that's my boy. But it seems like you're comfortable with being that person, which I think is amazing. You know, you could dance, you put on a mask, like you have like fucking quotes, and it also shows like some real life. It's like balance between these two worlds. I love the shit with multiple languages. Like you're thinking global. You're not just thinking like, how am I gonna impress the kids in my town. It reminds me of not in the music, or really I don't know what reminds me of, but my homie Red Leather, who kind of created a character. He doesn't show his face, and he's blown up over the past year or two by just being this character like relentlessly and like fearlessly. So I sense that same fearlessness from you, and like the confidence, and the music is also quite good too. Like I think the beat's hard, and I think some of your melodies and shit is tough. So that's a good piece of art, bro. I think it looks like people are like listening and streaming. It's got 214,000 views. Sammy Sheriff, man, you might create a world and a fan base around your shit. And you're never gonna be in charge of like who those fans are. But I think if you keep following your truest vision, they're just gonna be like, yo, we fuck with you for this one, we'll fuck with you for this reason, all sorts of reasons. But that's great work, bro. I fuck with it. Sammy Sheriff, keep making great art. You're impressive. So it's almost 7 on the. I'm moving at about 7 or 8 an hour, which is terrible. It's a terrible pace. So I gotta go quicker. I hope this is not brutal to watch too. I've never done streaming. This is like a very long thing. Sorry. I didn't even give my boy proper intro. Warwick Ave, Kyle Dez at Gold Teeth on IG. Just happy to write. Let's go.
The type to stand in line, Kept the hush up in her mind. Had no purpose in my life, laid in bed like half the time. Then these songs I can't describe. Then the chaos simplified. A weak mind got vandalized. Started late, I planted vines. Now there's stories in my eyes, and this garden sanctified. Yeah. I was giving up, I switched it. Left home and I risked it. Friends and fam were distant. Nobody else would listen. Grabbed a pen and I vented. Mature through self-expression. A team took up progression. Flow blows fluorescent. Elon Musk invented. When I start cementing a sentence. Sketch from these lessons of pent-up aggression. I always needed answers. Now in search of questions. Draining my soul. Chasing a ghost. I don't even know why I'm who I'm fighting. The circles get old. Problems take tolls. Hacking the code to find out I've been hiding. And I've been hiding in silence for so long. New beliefs spread like a virus.
That's Warwick Ave by Kyle Dez. Kyle Dez, that's at Gold Teeth on IG. You say just happy to write. I think it's obviously sounds like you're like it almost feels journal entry-esque, like you're kind of purging and speaking your thoughts, and it sounds like you could rap, and it sounds like you have a nice voice. I think the thing with you, if you're happy to write, it's songwriting and just like going balls deep on writing and how to say things, not even in like a fancy creative way where you're trying to like be impressive with wordplay, but I think there's maybe a directness that you can get through. Like I do some shit called morning pages in the beginning of the day. It's from this book called Artist Way, and it encourages you to write 3 pages every morning, and it's like you shred through those pages, you write everything. But then throughout your day, you may be like, okay, well, what in those 3 pages was true, and like what am I still holding on to? So it kind of allows you to like purge things out to get to what's good. And I think having an idea of how to just be a little bit more precise with the writing, so it doesn't feel completely like being aware that there is an audience and there is a listening aspect, still telling your own story, but not getting like sidetracked. Like the audience is listening and they're like, I want to know what is really on your mind and your deepest truth. And I think that all just comes from practicing songwriting and writing a bunch of songs. But Kyle, thank you, bro. Warwick Ave, that's at Gold Teeth. I'm going a little bit faster. If I don't give you guys the same fucking time that I did the others, it's just because it's my first hour doing it and I'm going very slow. Nosmo, funny girl, at Nosmo.wave on IG. I know this man. I follow this man. He makes amazing videos and his beats are always fire. And from what I've seen him, how he looks and how he carries himself, he seems like a really genuine, cool dude who's making music. If you guys everybody in here should probably buy beats off of this kid. Random beat I made, just wanted to pop in and say hi, have a good stream. Thank you, brother. Thank you for pulling up. Let's listen. I always like your shit, so let's check it out. Minute long, helping me out. No drums. Love that. Then we got him. Let's go. Nosmo. That beat is called Funny Girl. I mean, this guy is fucking amazing at music. He's like, I don't know if that's him playing the bass. I don't know if I've seen too many videos of him playing bass. I know he shreds guitar and knows how to make a fire beat. Folks, notice how the beginning has no drums and how funky and how much movement there is. Sometimes I haven't even been fucking with drums lately. I've just been like, you know, if you could get moving and the thing does it, you know, your body knows pulse and drums. And drums are very hard. Sometimes they're hard to do right. I think you gave them right at the right time, and I think the beat is knocking, and I think that's probably something Nosmo just made in an hour because he does this every day, and he's a sick producer. So thank you for sending that in, bro. Always gas. Always love seeing you on my feed. Kyle Dez X and Sully. This one's called Fuzzy. At Gold Teeth. So I think, yeah, homie just did one a couple songs ago, I think. A song from the perspective of you being a ghost, reaching out to the love of your life. Holy shit. Let's go.
So I haunt you, hearts in construction, patching up the walls that I've gone through. I am what you can't see, like the air in your lungs as you breathe. I'll go where you go, didn't know a doll still play go. Abandoned me, I'm infinite, suspended in your innocence. Lend a limb, not lend a grip. I wanna be real again. I'll reason those words, they live in your nerves. Reason those words, I see why it hurts you. Staring at your focus ride, you can't get your focus right. Dealing with a loaded mind. Visit from a poltergeist. Don't you scream or close your eyes. Keep our memories alive. Memories alive. Hopping out of my skin, looking at that life I left. I feel like now I live. Yeah. Do you feel it though? In your ventricle, picking up that Ouija board. You seal me up and I can't go for. Yeah, she ain't catching my hands. Yeah, invisible prince.
That's Fuzzy by Kyle Dez X Scully. My bad, I cut you off. I'll finish your verse.
These carousels get vicious. Can't spend my love. Rode on your coattails, got dragged through the mud. Tracy and love. I gave you chills. Baby, don't trip. I'm just too real.
At Gold Teeth on IG. That one's very different from your other shit from before. I think I like that one a little bit better. I think the beat has a lot of cool like rhythmic things in it. I think some of the sounds sound a little bit stocky. I think we could clean up the sound a little bit, boys. As far as vocals, mixing, some of the stuff is a little bit. It could be a little bit sweetened out a little bit. But it sounds like you guys are doing your thing and having fun, bro. And you know, I always like a song that has a perspective like this. A song from the perspective of you being a ghost and reaching out to the love of your life. My boy's a deep thinker, ambitious. At Gold Teeth on IG. Thank you, Kyle Dez and Sully. Number 11, Lex Lexington. Fucking sick name. At Lexington the producer on IG. Beats songs called I Found. We're going quicker, y'all. It's 7 p.m. on the Pacific Standard Time. Happy New Year to everybody tuning in. We're doing fucking Nero.fan/Felly is where you can submit songs. I have a lot of songs to go through. There's 185 submissions. You can cut the line if you pay, and then I'm gonna if I don't get to you, we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna try to keep this going. Lex Lexington. This is kind of cool. My first hour. Let's take a little fucking second to clap it up. And I'm sorry if it's late and you got work tomorrow and you're like, can you play my fucking song? You're going so fucking slow and you're trying to give advice to everybody. Sorry about that, brother. Stay tight. Stay patient. Lex Lexington.
Please tell me what your first name is these days.
Alexander.
Happy New Year.
I found God in fallen rounds and leveled mountains. Yeah, I found God's offshore account. Ain't it funny how there's never an allowance? And I found God in every war we ever had. Innocent necks clad in crosses, but where he at? Innocents picking pockets, the proletariats knocking Gestapo Geppettos, pulling the strings they attached. So where he at? Cause I've yet to find God in the masses. And you saying you found God in the church last Sunday, but that's absurd. Cause I swore I heard he pulled their funding. Get your card to the maxed out profits and take your line, throw it far when you cast your wallet. I know you poor, so it's gotta be hard, but I ain't here to tell you what is real or not. Nah, it's just a matter of fact that God's heard millions of prayers for millions of children, and he's heard millions of children whisper millions of prayers, but still millions are killed, and still a million is scared. If only millions could care, they lost a million heirs. I found God in the algorithm. Yeah, I found God, and I found him sitting. I asked him, what gives? Ain't you hearing the children? Ain't you hearing the shells? Ain't you hearing the killing? The more mortal in combat, the more mortal the combat. But the less moral the combat, it's less mortals that come back. It's mad.
Lex Lexington, song called I Found. I feel many ways about this joint. When you came in and started rapping, I was like, okay, we're in good hands. And you know what it reminded me of? I think it's there's an album by Mavi, called Mavi for Mayor. I think that's the name of the album. It's the one before the one he just dropped. But it's kind of like this, I don't want to call it conscious rap, but it's kind of like, therapeutic in a way, journally. I think you're onto something there. Let me get more concrete. I hated the mix. Your vocal and the beats and the sound is too brash for something that is kind of like easy to listen to. Like the raps and stuff are kind of easy to listen to. I like your cadence. I like the vibe. I like the beat. I think just like things need to get mixed, so it's like I just wouldn't put you on like a fuzz vocal, and I would try to get that production to feel as like lo-fi and like fucking not as like modern-y sounding, you know? Like one of the homies played a song earlier which was I think it was called Play Dead, or it was Lil Sewer Slide. His shit sounded very like futuristic and technological, and I think that works for his pocket. But for your pocket, I think it's like more of like a lo-fi organic type of feel. As far as writing, I loved it for the first minute. Then I think you kind of got into like a tangent, and like we got the message in the beginning, and I think you got to go deeper, and like you might be looking too outwardly and like talking about things that are going on, but and then you do in a way relate it back to yourself. You're like, I found God in this, and like that is about you, but I want to hear more about you and your experience, and not just like feel like you're telling me what is going on in society. I think that's where you have a voice and a uniqueness to it. But yeah, clean up the mix a little bit and fuck around with like how you can sound. And I think it's like a lo-fi ting. I will be honest. and check out that Mavi record. Down to My Bones by Gabriel Chavez. You see the at GBRLCHVZ. How's it going? I'm all the way from Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is my favorite song off my album, Romance of a Broken Man. I hope you enjoy it. Everything is written and recorded and produced by me. Mixing and mastering does my boy Kenny Riley. He's for the people. Albuquerque always has good kids. Gabriel Chavez. Vibe.
It happened so fast, and all it took was a simple hello. Drop my walls for you, something I've never done before. I don't wanna get hurt, I don't wanna break even, I don't wanna jump the gun, but something in me screaming. I've waited so long to feel what I'm feeling, the things that you're pulling out of me. I don't really know if I trust this feeling. I wanna run 'cause it's scaring me. Something in my heart was aching, but you came and you made it go. Suddenly my world is shaking and it rattled me down to my bones, down to my bones.
That's Gabriel Chavez, Down to My Bones. I don't know if y'all can see the Spotify. Good looking kid from Albuquerque. Dude, you have a great voice. And it looks like you have a vibe. You seem like a cool kid. I think your voice stuck out to me the most as like this is the rose of the music. I think here's something I was going to say before when I was reading this, and this is not a shot at you by any means. I used to say shit like this all the time where I'm like, everything's written, recorded, and produced by me, and like I tell my fans that. Essentially, what my buddy Oliver Malcolm told me, he was like, when I was like, I made all this, he was like, dude, nobody cares if you do everything. They care about what they see and what they know, and I think there could be some benefit in. I would be curious if somebody produced you, like, and who you'd be, and like. So here's if I was you and had your voice and your look, I would write these songs and record these songs, do exactly what you're doing, and make the songs and get better at producing, and like these sound like songs that if I was a producer and I heard your album, I would pick a couple of them off the album. I haven't heard them. It might be the best fucking album I've ever heard, so I'm just speaking freely here. They sound like songs that you would like that are they sound like demos almost. Or this one particularly sounded a bit like a demo where I would take that and hear the song within it, and I would add a more interesting sound behind it, because I think there's a way to make you shine a little bit more as a vocalist and as a vibe and as a person, so that it's like this is the blending. And I think so much of music is about producers. I've spent many times making albums myself, and then I've spent times that I make albums with like completely another producer producing me, putting a lot of trust in them, and I found it's like a balance of the two. So you want to write your songs, you don't want anyone to like change you. You write your songs, but you allow another perspective of somebody to like nurture those and be like, what if we just took that part and we built this type of music around it that kind of contrasts it. It seems like the vocals, the words, the vibe, everything is all in one world, all in one pocket, but I could use some contrast or something that can make it a little bit more interesting. And so it's like, in that light, you are an artist. That's like you're even a truer artist, not because you're I think sometimes making music in our own vacuums and like just doing everything ourselves can sometimes be a little limiting. And with somebody like your voice and your look, I would encourage you to find somebody that you look up to that makes sounds that you think are fucking just things that you can't do and don't know how to do, and that's why they're your like saving grace. And like that's like Elton John couldn't write his songs. Like somebody else wrote all of Elton John's songs because he had that voice and he knew how to play the keys. And there's no shame in that. I mean, we all want to be able to do everything, but I just think to boil all this ranting out, I would open your eyes to adding another producer into the world. Sounds like you can make beats, and you could still keep some of your stems and use them with the person, but I think there's a more interesting music and worlds to be added to your voice and your songs, and keep writing songs. That's for everybody who's watching this shit. Like, I'm being nice on this. Like, I want to be helpful in a way, and I think like there's been times that I've received feedback that was maybe not nice, and it didn't feel good, but it was like you need that. You always need that. And I hope everyone here is not just here to get like a fucking high five, you're the best ever, fucking go on your way. I think everybody needs to be continuing to write songs and get better, myself included. Number 13, Let It Go by Ahmad Anxious. I love you, brother. I've been listening to you since 7th King. You made me feel like I could do this music shit. I'm a grown-ass man now. Thank you. Would love to chop it up with you. Ahmad Anxious on IG. Let's go. Drugs. Ahmad Anxious. First off, I just want to say thank you for being playful. Thank you for reminding people that music is fun and like silly and can be like fucking around. I think when we get into music conversations, sometimes it can get so serious and it can be like, blah, blah, blah. Best songs make you feel good. Your melodies in the beginning were fire. I was thinking of my boy Bouvet. I don't want to say you're a writer, but I think if you ever brought some of these songs to other people whose maybe voice you love or vibe you love or think that they could do something like this, I think that that's how some of the best songs are made. And you could always still be a part of that and like rap with them and like do stuff like that. But I would it sounds like you have a pen and it sounds like you're fun and you are like you're having fun with music and like particularly like hip hop, trap music, which has an energy to it, which is just like, you know, be silly, like fucking have fun, make the shit, make you feel something. So yeah, bro, I think you have a way of going, and I would encourage you to keep writing, and I think you could clean up that vocal a little bit for sure. Couldn't really make out some of the things you're saying. Beat goes crazy. Don't know if you made the beat, but I like you, Ahmad. I like you, brother. Happy New Year. Oh, fuck. We got a throne. He dethroned. Jack Stacks hurting. He left me a message. I'm going to read it to y'all. I don't know if y'all knew, but the messages come up for everyone to read. So if you're trying to say something kind to me personally, everyone's going to have to read it. Hey, Felly, big fan here. I've been listening since Young Fell. I didn't make the beat, but do produce a lot of my shit. I tap into a lot of different hip-hop styles and some indie rock stuff too. Please tap in, people, and let me know what you think. Thank you for listening and inspiring me. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Jack Stacks. Didn't make the beat. Like I said, doesn't matter, brother. Doesn't matter. Let's go. Jack Stacks. SoundCloud bugging. Ha! SoundCloud bugging. SoundCloud bugging. Jack Stacks. You see it.
Hurt people hurting, pages I'm burning, lifting my curtain, living I'm learning. I remember back when I was only 16, started smoking pot with my friends drinking. I was just lonely, needed more connecting, just trying to fill a void, so I started a whole scene. 1 year later, look at me and all my friends, got a girlfriend and I love them to no end. Parents getting mad cause their boy likes to sing, caught in a lie, so what's another one again? Now I'm 18, flying high till I fell. They can't hold me
18.
cause I can't help myself. Pushed them all away, they would say, what the hell? This shit I regret, you came out, I had to tell. Everyone mad at me, I got a DUI. Put on probation and my dad had to drive. Failed my drug test, sorry dad, I got fried. Community service had me thinking about my life. Now I'm 19 and my dad sat me down. He said he unhappy and about ready to bounce. Cheated on my mom every time he left town, and I cried so much, can't believe I didn't drown. People hurting, pages I'm burning, lifting my curtain, living I'm learning. Looked up to my dad, always went to him for learning. My mom is the best, I don't think that she deserved it. Now I wanna be numb, grab me weed in suburban, driving to nowhere, now I'm fucked up but I'm swerving, cause I'm just so confused. Crying out to God like, what do I do? My world upside.
Hurting by Jack Stacks. Jack Stacks, I think you said you're 18 or 19 on this song. Bro, kudos to you for being 18 in this world. I don't know what it'd be like to be 18 living in 2026. The song's called Hurtin'. It's definitely like you hear you're hurting, you hear like pain, like it's on that journal entry shit. A lot of this stuff is on journal entry type of shit. I think there's a way to write. So the dude from Geese said it, and I think there's a way to write. So it's not. It leaves some room for imagination. And I'm not saying write like fairy tale-y type of like shit no one knows what you're talking about, but I think you have a story here and you have like a lot going on in your life. But I think there's a way to kind of through smoke and mirrors, i.e. beautiful songwriting and like being a little bit more poetic with it instead of this is exactly what's going on and this is like you're showing almost too much of yourself and you in this delivery. So you should always like you are a special kid. You should always you have something to share. You should always show that. I think it's about presentation here. Yeah, bro. Like I said, you're 18. You are like learning and growing, and like it sounds like you're digesting these things that are going on in real time. And you mentioned in it like confusion. I think there's ways to approach that topic without kind of spilling all the beans, because I think at some point it could become a little bit like your audience member want to keep knowing things, and some mystery, some mystique could be helpful in the writing aspect. But yeah, brother, fucking keep on trucking, bro. Jack stacks. And I see you in the comments on your SoundCloud, like defending yourself and being like, "Yo, I'm lit," and I'd like that. I like that that confidence, and just keep like honing in. Dude, listen to the best shit that you possibly can. Surround yourself with only the best music, and be okay with like rebirthing and like practicing your craft and like deading one version and not holding on to it like this was the thing and this is all I am. That's never the case with music. Like, you have to be so light with these records that when you're making them, and yes, if they keep pulling at you and you're like, that is it, and I have to follow my heart and go with it, you do. And those ones stick out without us even fucking noticing. But don't be worried about continuing to like truck on and renew yourself and like get better at writing and to like run through these motions, because you 18, cuz you ain't got to worry about shit. Sending you love though, bro. I appreciate all the love. And I know 18 is a confusing time. I wish I had some amazing advice to an 18-year-old. But I would just say go inward and believe in yourself and realize that you are in a place right now where you don't know all the answers and life is confusing and things are figuring themselves out in real time, and just try to find as much peace within yourself as you can and love people around you and build with them and be honest and be a great human being, and things will start to flip their size. Always take the motherfucking high road, especially when you're dealing with bullshit like some of the things you're going through in the song. Anthony Kane, crashing out. I'm going even slower than before, and I thought I was speeding up. Okay. Crashing out, Anthony Kane. Yo, fellas, my first single I released last year. This was my first time vocal mixing, so it's a little rough on that end, but overall I was super proud of this piece. Let's go. Anthony Kane, crashing out. Alka-Seltzer on IG. Yeah! You guys bored? You guys, everybody good? Twitch, we good? I'm gonna tap in real quick. Beats insane.
All December I was chasing the blueprint. I was trying to find a way to make the shoe fit. All December I was chasing the blueprint. I was trying to find a way to make the shoe fit. Didn't fit quite right, was a loose end.
Oh my god, hold on. Sorry. What the fuck is going on? So sorry, guys. I thought the beat that was just me being high real quick. I had the two songs playing. That's why I was like, this beat is. It was one of those accidents that actually worked rhythmically. My bad. See, I wanted to go live because this shit gets easier when you're on here for a fucking hour and a half. You don't give a fuck anymore. Anthony Kane, crashing out. Yeah.
All December I was chasing the blueprint. I was trying to find a way to make the shoe fit. Didn't fit quite right, was a loose end. Now that I got it all time, only choosing what's best for me, respectfully. If you do not get that, don't get between. Cause I put my work in and never be. All this shit had me stressing about everything. Now I let it go. And I be staying in my lane, yeah. Cause energy can be contagious. People are acting the strangest. When everyone wanna be famous, yeah. You know what it does, but it's dangerous. One day you're here, then it changes.
I know this dude. Hey!
I remember when everything was so different, and nowadays I feel so strange. But who is it? I mean, went off in the distance. stains I've seen, all the coldness of winters it brings. But it could be simple, yeah. Looking at the glass break in the mirror. Didn't know. You gotta do what you feel that is good for your heart.
Anthony Kane crashing out. I said I know this kid because I FaceTime with this kid before. I've seen him at shows. I like dude. I like Anthony Kane. I like his voice. I like that his raps remind me of youth. Probably has some of the similar inspirations that I have. I think there's people who want to listen to music like this. I think Anthony Kane, the biggest thing that it's going to be with you is getting your sound, your physical sound, what I hear, to be up a notch at a different level. I think your beat choice is gas. I think like the beat and the vibe is cool. I think you're doing creative things. I think you have a cool voice. I think some of the songwriting can get better, but whose can't? I think as you focus on how does this shit sound, and you maybe get more interested in like production and like, I wouldn't say go like right to like rack gear and like all this shit, but like I would say like get very good at making music and the sound, and then once you're doing that, or as you're doing that, what you're saying on the song and the things you're expressing, your bars, all that is probably gonna have to match the music and the sound in a way that it's gonna benefit the songwriting as well. I don't know if that makes perfect sense, but I would do a deep dive at how to get your shit sounding super dope. And I think you said, yeah, it's my first time vocal mixing. I'm thinking about, I just saw Dijon, one of his producers, did this thing where he talked about like they made those songs and jammed on those songs like fucking, you know, for months, or like they would add things, and they would like at the end of him like figuring out his album, he started his album and he started to like he started to like be like, okay, what is this actually going to sound like? And when he played it back to all the producers who were like, oh, we know this song, my impression from this video was that everyone was like, what have you done with it? Like you made it yours. You made it your sound. You made it your world. Kind of like picking and pulling elements that are just tasteful, like being extremely intentional on tastefulness in not only the lyrics but in the whole sound. But I fuck with you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. And I fuck with everybody. I just know that dude. It's number 16. It's 7:30. I have 30 minutes left. Let's just get into it. LMK, Tearson, Wes. Big fan. Me and my brother Landon love your music, and we are at your show at CT. Hope you dig the song. All love. Thank you, brother. All love your way. Tearson West, LMK. First off, brother, I appreciate the love. I think something like this, like I could hear that you can rap, make songs, get on the mic. I want to hear. It doesn't have an originality to it, and I think we. It sounds like you guys are finding your pocket, but I think there's something that you could do with your voice and your fucking talents that could be. I listen to that song and I say, here is somebody who, here are some kids who know how to make music, and they can make a song. But I don't listen to that song and say, this is giving me everything that I need, because I think that you probably have something that you could give to the world, and I think in that light, it's almost like that type of stuff is already a thing, and there's people who have done that and been in those worlds, and they do it really well. And so I just don't think I don't think like this style choice is essentially exactly like what could hit in this moment, in this now. But that doesn't mean you're not a talented artist and musician. I would lean more heavily on like directness and message, like messaging. But I don't mean like that within the song. I mean, I do a little bit. Hold on, don't lose me. But I think that there could be a if it's more original, we will understand it better, and we will know who you are better than any duration of lyric listening, if that makes sense. There's ways with the sound and with the choices to convey a vibe that is a little bit more served. Tearson West, LMK, thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. I hope to see you in CT soon. Joseph Constanzo, new things. At Joseph Constanzo 625. Hey Phil, this is Joseph, the kid from Nantucket that listened outside in the rain. I know you. I tried to get you into the show. I couldn't get you into the show. I'm sorry. I have dreams of doing music stuff full time. I'm getting ready to roll out this mixtape before it's too late. I was wondering if you had any thoughts on growing a dedicated fan base and a following to make a music career. Hardest thing in the world, my friend, but let's get into it. By the way, if you ever need help on tour or are looking for some extra hands, please let me know. See you at the Chicken Box. Thank you, brother. I know you. This kid was, I think he was 17 and needed to be 18 or something and get into the show. And I tried to sneak him in, but it didn't work. If you want to make music your career, I just say it's the hardest thing, because I think like it almost has to spur from the music being a thing, and like having that be that's where all the energy should go, and then it grows flowers. But I know you're a youngin', and let's listen to your song, brother. SoundCloud bugging. Here we go.
Yeah, you be running my mind, you saying, bringing a new pain, new hate. Since last time, got a new face, new place. Try to listen to what you say, but you playing those same old games. Yeah, you be running my mind, you saying, bringing a new pain, new hate. Since last time, got a new face, new place. Try to listen to what you say, but you playing those same old games. Yeah, I just can push this on and sick of this feeling, just sick of it stopping and dropping it, just more running and running. I'm ready, get like on a bunch, but let me get back, let me chill back, let me think about that. See, we gotta know now, you just wanna throw me down. Yeah, you be running my mouth like you saying, bringing a new pain, new hate. Since last time, got a new face, new place. Try to listen to what you say, but you playing those same old games. Yeah, you be running my mouth like you saying, bringing a new pain, new hate. Since last time, got a new face, new place. Try to listen to what you say, but you playing those same old games. Yeah, to my shot, I'm gonna give up, cause every time I try, yeah, you don't even talk. Broken heart from the start, go ahead, what you want, where to go, all the love. Now it's really got feel up, but so all of this shit, but I'm people I'm loving so bad, I just wanna plummet, know that fucking I'll never stop and go back if you want something.
Okay, something about this made me smile. I don't know what it is. I think you have a lot of like growth to do as a human being and an artist. I would say. I think it's like that's obvious. You're a young buck, bro. I remember meeting you. Like you are, you have a swag though. You have like a fucking, you have like that wink to you where it's like you kind of like, you know, you have like some sauce. And I think that's admirable. I think there's practical things with like, you just got to get it sounding better. You just got to like get the songs and like I mean, I see the setup. I admire it. Like you're on your MacBook, like with the mic up front, like it's kind of sounds a little laptopy, but I think you're through that process. You're learning how to like come up with hooks. And like the second time, the third time that hook came around, I was like, okay, this kid knows, like he's aware of like how a song should take place, and like you should follow those instincts. But I think you need to improve on and it's just gonna come from writing a bunch of songs. My biggest advice to you would be to practice like playing your shit for people you don't know and that shouldn't fuck with you, and trying to make something that person could fuck with genuinely and needs in their life. Like there's it's uncomfortable, right? Because we're like artists or like rappers. You're like, you're on your own wave. You're like lonely. You're like pursuing this mission alone and like creating a world for yourself. It's a very daunting thing. But I think like the more in touch with people and like what's received, and like kind of opening up your palette to like the greatest music ever made, different types of people, how people actually think and feel, and then like kind of reading that energy and just being like, how could I serve these songs in a way that is widely receptive, because it sounds like you have this niche pocket, and I think you have something to share, and I think you have a great voice. I don't know if that was one of the first things I picked up on. Like, this kid has a cool voice. He's also fucking around with the cadences. Just keep doing that shit, and then just like be like, update yourself every week. Like they say, if you're not like embarrassed of who you were last week, you're not growing quick enough. So I would go balls to the wall on that. I know you're from Nantucket. You know, it's like kind of a closed, the culture and the, you know, the ways of life there, I'd imagine aren't too expanding for your mind and for like reference points. So I would encourage you to travel and see the world, but you could still do that in Nantucket, and it might be helping you because it makes you want to actually be different and do something that no one else is doing. That's all beautiful. But yeah, bro, it's gonna come from growing a little bit as a person, becoming more socially aware, and then getting better at the actual music. But keep writing songs, keep like flowing and like having fun with it. And like if it pisses you off, that's part of it. Like be pissed off and be like, I ain't shit. I can't write shit right now. Like my shit ass. That's a good. I find myself there about 4 times a day. You know, like that's all right. Jeffrey Strother, Bedrooms. Jeffrey Strother, let's fucking go. Number 18.
What is life like? Undercovers, vinyls hung on the walls every summer. Rearranged like you going through a phase. Only ever there in the night and not the day. I've seen many things. Nothing brings me comfort like a bed without the springs. Sitting here alone, record on my favorite song. Have enough room to be dancing all alone. Shoes, clothes, on the floor. Disrespect your room, then you disrespect your soul. Bitches coming through, but bitches come and go. Save yourself some room, walk it closer as you grow. What is life like in the summer? I am cold.
Great drums. Great drop. Sounds nice.
You gotta clean up to get up, maybe vice versa. No bruises, but something has hurt you. You feel safe with phone pings and cool breeze through windows and sweatpants and tank tops, sex dots and new windows. We all have bedrooms, but feels like a box.
Jeffrey Strother.
No fat heads, just calendars, vitamins, prescriptions, and routines to make you stay away from home.
And stone.
I fuck with you, brother. I like it. The sound, the mix, the drums, the pocket, like how it feels good. It feels good. I think you have like whatever you did to mix it or get it to sound like that. Good job, brother. I hear a lot of Mac in it, which I love Mac, but I think more so when you started singing at the end. Very beautiful. I don't mind your rap, which that's a compliment from one white rap guy to another rap guy. that's as far as I go. I don't mind your rap. I think you're honestly kind of genuine. I think you're kind of finding your voice and like what you feel most comfortable saying. But I hear a confidence behind it, so I buy it. I think just keep leaning in and finding your voice, like finding your pen. But the sound is good, and like you say I love music and the thing that's fucking great. It's like, yeah, I love music too, and if we love music, our duty is to make that shit sound good. And that could go down to a lot of things. I know we dealt with 18 of these now. There's a lot of different factors to that. Keep finding your voice. Your sound is great. Satori, Luke Gossson. That was Jeffrey Strother, by the way. Tap in with the boy. Luke Gossson. The song's called Satori, instrumental, produced and mixed and mastered by me. I was the guy holding up the phone that said Cool River at your recent show in Dallas at Deep Ellum Art Co. That's fucking dope. I'm sorry to make you wait an hour and a half for me to listen to your songs. To everybody who's still tuned in, thank you. That's super dope. You asked me to play Cool River at the show because that's one of my favorite songs, and we didn't play it that time because I don't think we had it figured out right. So that's like, there's so many nuances to things, right? That's what we're talking about in this motherfucking first Twitch of my life. But I love the song Cool River. I fought for that song the whole album. I really wanted that one to be on it. I saw something in it. But then we got to playing it live, and there was parts where it felt amazing, and there's parts where I was like, it wasn't gelling right. That was in halfway through the tour. We eventually got it there, and it sounds fire now. But I won't play it if it's not right. But thank you for fucking with that song. Part 2 of that song, we have that part down. But the beginning is a little hard to nail. Satori is your song. Let's go. Instrumental, folks. Fucking-mental. A beat. What up, TikTok? Let's go. Yeah! Satori. Ambient. Chill ass music. Fuck yeah. Watch the breakdown. Luke Gossson. I fuck with it. Satori, it's some shit. I go to a lot of fucking saunas, especially on the road. We'll tap into a sauna. We want to hear just nothing. We want to hear just relax me and give me a vibe. That's what this is. This is like just a chill ambient ass beat. Brother, I hope to the ambient Spotify playlist gods that you find your way onto some algorithmic playlist and make a lot of money off of a song like this. I hope you stream this song a bajillion times, because I think it's possible with music like this, especially with like Spotify and playlists. It's a good beat, brother. It feels good. Your sound choices are cool. Your mix is great. It's a simple song. I love it. Makes me want to burn some incense and get a massage. Back to Nero. Keeping it pushing. For those just tuning in, Nero.fan/Felly. Nero.fan/Felly is where you could submit your song. I got 196, and I've been on this bitch for almost 2 hours. I'm at number 20, so I'm moving at 10 an hour. I'm fucking slow. You could cut the line if you pay. If we don't get you to you today, I say we. It's just me now. My girl left. For those who have been tuned in the whole time, thank you for being here. Happy New Year. But yes, you submit your song. I'll listen to it. I'll give my feedback, and I'll always keep you guys posted. Follow the Discord. Jack, put the Discord link in the Twitch if you're still here. And we will let you know next time we're going live. Let's get through. Let's see if we can do 10 more. I'm going to go quick. I might give you a minute. I'm so sorry, but I think I can understand something in a minute. Tay Dreaming, Come Down. Hey, man, this is a track from my upcoming record that I'm super stoked about. Really found my sound this past year, and I've never had so much fun with music. You're a big inspo. Keep doing what you're doing, and thanks for giving artists a chance for proper feedback from professionals. Cheers and Happy New Year, Tay. Thank you, Tay. We all learning. We all learning, man.
In the middle of the night, babe, I've been feeling sideways, trying to solve my life, but it's killing me inside. I can use a break, cause nothing feels right, and I ain't trying to stray, now the guy right in my sight. I was so close to the end, and now I'm back to the line I began, but it's all wrong, trying to replace what I had, but it's all gone. It's all gone. Oh, I can't be who you want me to be right now. My head's on the roof and I can't calm down. I'm still into hope and I just found out. I can't calm down. I know, say that's all. My heart is somewhere else. She got those brand new eyes and a heart grew twice my size. She said we ain't doing it now.
Tay Dreaming, Come Down. Track from his upcoming record. I like your sound. I think you found, well, there's two parts to that. There's your sound, which is like the colors of where you are and what vibe you are putting out. And then there's a sound that is the actual frequencies, which is what I'm hearing and what it sounds like. This sound of your taste and the color choices and the vibe is cool. I like that. This side with the frequencies and shit, I think that needs some refining. I think that needs some doctoring in the actual DAW, in the Ableton, in the Logic. Some cats that I fuck with that make music, I will fuck with them not because I think they're a great artist or musician or producer. I will fuck with them because they know how to get a sound. And I think music is very much like that. And for you, I think your song is cool. I think it has like moments, and I think the melodies and the songwriting is cool. But I just hear like Decapitator and Devil Lock, and like it sounds plug-in-y, and it sounds like a little bit brash, and the frequencies, like the reverb sounds, it's hella bright. It's very bright and brash. And I think if it's something like this, if you could just like cut out a lot of the mids and pick different reverbs and make sure it kind of all gels into this one world, it kind of sounds like a lot of different worlds going on sonically. But I think you're very cool. And I think you have Tay Dreaming, Calm Down. I appreciate the love. And I think hone in on the sound. This type of sound, not that one. Okay, Twitch. I'ma check in. What's up, motherfuckers? Sounds gorge. Hell yeah, people fuck with it. Let's go. Thanks for being on here. Let's keep rolling. Just Use Your Words by Shoro Mooney. Kinda sad, not gonna lie. Also, just ignore that little intro. Laugh my fucking ass off. I think I heard a snippet of this earlier, and the intro's hilarious. I don't know what the fuck going on.
My pussy is ratchet.
My pussy is ratchet. I fuck with the intro. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool, brother. Reminds me of that For Emma Forever Go Bon Iver album where it's like almost intentionally sounds poorly recorded. I like that vibe for you. I think there's a cool like aesthetic to that, and it doesn't sound like the sound. Here he goes on sound again. Like it's the recording is shit, but it's kind of got a niceness to it. I think just keep tightening up the songs, and I would bring that vocal up. I think you're kind of hiding, but you have a sweet voice, and I like that it's layered, and I like that it's doubled, tripled. I just kind of want to hear more of your vocal, and maybe more of you melodically in the cadence and phrases. I think there's like a guitar playing, and then you're like finding a way in, but I think there's a world where maybe the song is more realized, and you can be heard, and there's more of a immediacy to it. Very cool though. Souffle, I think that's right. Cooper Loose, let's go.
Tripping about this shit cause it's ridiculous. How many times I got to tell you I'm ubiquitous? I'm sick with it. Walking around puffing on these beats cause I'm belligerent. Talking real loud, that camera got you acting militant. Tried to stand out, otherwise you step in shit again. Wise man once said you better watch yourself first, otherwise you could say goodbye to your self-worth. So I'm feeling selfless, know they looking jealous. Some would say jelly, I prefer shellfish. I eat it in the telly, dancing around like Elvis. That's what the people tell me. Hope when I'm the eldest, I still remain wealthy. C double O to the P. If you want smoke, baby, don't tempt me. Cause I D to the E. With my whole crew, baby, blowing hella weed. Wish I had at least 3 stacks like I'm Andre. I could eat these raps easy as an entree. I would devour all these beats on the off day. I hopped out the shower, now I'm feeling like a boss, babe. Hear my name ringing on a couple different cellulars. Feel that I became the one that people come for specular. Now I'm just a spectacle. Ain't that spectacular? My dad can play his medical. Got great vernacular.
Souffle by Cooper Loose. Look, dude, I think you are hip hop. I think you love hip hop, and I think you have like a hip hop pocket, and you're barring out. I think that C-O double O to the P, the like classic types of flows is hard. a little bit of the wordplay early on, and like kind of just the I don't want to say you're over barring, but I think there's just ways to be more fly with some of the words used, and shit you would say, and like I would cut out some of the fluff and just be like this part. You could like, since you write like that and it sounds like your pen just rolls and you have no problem writing songs, like you can be a little bit more intentional with how you're writing, but essentially just keep writing, and then but be better at knowing what parts are the best parts and what's actually the most fly shit you could say, or say it differently, or don't say it, or don't include it in the song. So I think like piecing that together, but keep your pen rolling, and you know, you're an MC. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can you be the best MC? You go listen to Nas Illmatic and you think about how he used words and phrased things, and like be on some fly shit, but live that life. Like actually be on some fly shit, and have like I think Jack Harlow was like, when I when I used to fuck with Jack Harlow, as in when we would like hang out more, he always had like this student mentality where he would be like kind of quiet and observing things. And I was playing him all sorts of songs that were all over the place. And he would know like when to speak and say, that was that part of this song. That's it. And I think just like getting quieter and listening to that, knowing what parts of your shit is the shit, is great. It's just like refining, my bro. Cooper Loose, Souffle. Cooper Loose got another one. Let's go. Baggage claim. We staying on the topic of Cooper Loose.
In your arms, I long to be forever yours.
If she say you better leave, I guess I gotta go. If she say you better leave, I guess I gotta go. If she say you better leave, I guess I gotta go. If she say you better leave, I guess I gotta. Yes, I'm working on myself, but you can't see that. Creeping through these bags, you might think I work at SeaTac. I'm flying overseas just so I can get my piece back. Living out my dreams with my brother skipping rehab. Let's go. I got 20 for the show, got at least 30 for throw, got like 40 for some blow. Chips a minute, we get more. Yeah, yeah. Chips a minute, we get more. Yeah, yeah. Chips a minute, we get. Yeah, it's crazy, yeah, it's silly, yeah, it's stupid. I got way too sauce, I just beat the shit out Cupid. Something coming up, I'm still under the influence. Just crawl back to my cave or I turn into some ruins. It's some bad shit I be doing.
See, like you have like a style, you have like a vibe. Like you are you unapologetically, and your cadences and your voice and the whole shit is like fly, and your beat choice is fly. I think there's a little bit, it's just about like getting the pen like to be just right with the shit that you're saying. Don't tell me anything that I've already heard, and tell me more about you and what really be going on, but in the flyest way, and make your life the shit, and make it like glamorize that a little bit. Like Larry June does a really good job at like making normal shit sound fly. Like he's drinking orange juice and it's like the most fire shit ever, and you're like, I gotta go get orange juice right now and just ride slow in my whip. I think you could, I don't know why it's coming to mind, but it's like show, don't tell. Show, don't tell. Whatever that means to you, because I think there's a lot of ways to interpret that. Because I don't want to be told all the info. But I will say you have a swagger to you. Cooper Loose, thank you for tuning in. Y'all tap in with Cooper Loose. We're going over 8. If it's 11 on the East Coast or the East Coast, sorry y'all. Y'all probably feel like shit too. Y'all probably got too drunk last night, and you tired, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Andrew Zoll, climb that hill. Y'all hogging the space, man. Doubling up. Thank you for submitting. We're at 24. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can get to 30. Climb that hill in my own way. Let's go. Playing with tone, he says. Zol. Heard one from Zol earlier. Oh yeah, Zol had the incredibly cinematic joint. Here's another one. Zol, another 5-minute piece. I gotta keep moving, but I love you. I want to know what dude does. Like, what does he play? Is he playing all of this? Reminds me of Bonobo. I don't know if anyone's ever listened to old Bonobo. Zol says skip to the 3-minute mark. Oh yeah. And then there's that. Man. Psychedelic. Acid. I think you're fucking sick. I think you're insane. I want to know what you're playing and how you're making this. That's fucking sick. Like I don't have any criticism or many constructive things to say. I think you have I remember your one from probably 20 ago. I think it was. Which is a bit slower and like maybe it was like in many different moods and you had to like search a little harder. That one just like puts me in it. I don't know if you take acid and drive through Joshua Tree, but if you've ever taken acid driving through Joshua Tree, something like that is what you want to hear. Man, you sound like an old soul and I fuck with it. Thank you, Zol. What a Life by Camden Murphy. Let's go. We on Nero. Listening to your songs.
So baby, this a heist. I'm riding on my bike, yeah. Middle of the night, yeah. Pretty lights, what a life, what a life. What a life. What a life. I said happily, lay back on a flight, I read a magazine. Stay high on the flight, I defy gravity. My daughter hella fly because she matching me. Fast asleep, hair curly naturally. Say KDP, I might take a flight to Napoli. Say RIP, Diogo Jota, that's a tragedy. Say made a stat, gave some back, that's a strategy. Say how'd you stab me in the back with your back to me? Said I'm the best up at the port, man, Natalie. The venue's packed up at the door, man, capacity. I gotta get it, I'm a hustler, Cassidy. And I just didn't quit, I'm in this shit actively. I'm rent free inside your head, inside the master suite. And I just hopped up on the ferry out from Galilee. I got a show after this game, I'm Pat McAfee. I dropped out and I show love to the faculty. I ran it up, I built the leverage, got the stats to see. Come bring the plaques to me, I'm locked in, it's the dad in me. It's how it's had to go, how it's had to be. I'm with my team, I'm with the fam, I'm with the cavalry. They had the Cavs versus C's, had the season 4. I'm planting seeds and more, it's from the soul, you see.
Camden Murphy, What a Life. Look, I like that you're like glamorizing your life in a way. I think that's dope. I think you could get a little bit more personal. You know, it's like you're speaking things into existence, and I'm sure a lot of them is not cap, but I think I want to know more about you and what you really go through and what you really feel. Like you said, that's the dad in me, or like I heard family is one of the, like I wanted to know. I was like, well, what is your life like? What's really going on? What are the problems you're facing? What is the situation? And yeah, like why'd you drop out and like shit like that. Like I almost want to know more. I think I don't want to say you're avoiding something, but there's a way to glamorize, and I'm not, and it's also called What a Life. So I know it's like about the more positive things. I'm not saying make it a sob story. I think there's a way to write a song like that with like a genuine soul to it instead of like boisterousness where it's like a little bit overly like I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There's a connection point that could be made within that. I'm all for flexing, but I think there's like a how can you help the listener? Put them on game. Show them things. Show them your truth. Show them what worked for you. Yeah, Camden Murphy. Thank you, brother. Cut by Taylor Jack. Yeah! We're going to 30. We got 4 more. Switch up.
I was in the city in a cut now. Little mama take me home, cut the fuss out. Everyone see fake when it runs out. Show you what it takes, put the love out. I'm a real one, let it run wild. Turn my sisters in the 9, it's all up down. I was in the city in a cut down. I was just a kid at the top. Mama, give me what you wanna. I don't see no problems in place, and it's so good. Do I have more than I should? And it's so good, of course. Running in the finest.
Dope, dope. Taylor Jack with Cut. Taylor Jack, I'm gonna give you a little game. This is what a old head told me. This old producer guy who used to write songs with a lot of people. Work with Owen John. Work with all these motherfuckers. Your song title. Not in every case. Every rule, anything I say, break it. Fuck it. Don't even listen to it. A powerful song title and something that is a great song is usually like a word. Like a lot of country songs, like old country western types of songs, like "Babe, I can't quit loving you" or something. Like it's like the line, or like I don't even know if that's one. It's not even an epic one, but this sounds like a bit of a reference track as far as the writing goes, and as far as like, am I able to sing this? Is there like a catchability to it? And I think that comes from the actual songwriting. I think the style choices, the vibe, the beat, it sounds like kids are having fun and like make music in really cool pockets. I think it has a great like pocket to it. We can get into mixing and all that shit, but I think most so this is like a songwriting thing where we could get like a stronger hook or like a more something that we can kind of latch onto a little bit more than Cut, and like kind of loose melodies that you there could be a certain directness in that. I have songs like this all over my hard drive that is like I might be listening to that and I'll say, oh, in the second verse, last 2 bars, I really love the the melody or the words that I say in that part. And then I will take that song that I just worked 7 versions on and just say, okay, we're going to make a new version with just that line and a different, and maybe one part of the beat that feels the most true and cool. And you kind of strip away at things and you can kind of rebuild on top of them and just focus on keep getting more direct. But y'all got a little vibe going. And I appreciate you sending it through. Taylor Jack, cut at taylorjack.pdf. Love, my boy.
I've been waiting so long.
Yeah, they are.
Just me and you. About time that we left home.
My bad, y'all. Costa Rica by Will Was. My new single coming out this month. Bass guitar, electric, acoustic, all played by myself. Thanks for listening. Mariposa is my favorite. Saw you at Wonderfront in San Diego. You guys killed it. Thanks for being there, bro. That was a fun show. I think it was raining. Costa Rica, he played it all.
I've been waiting so long for a getaway, just me and you. About time that we left home. Pack your bags, we're headed somewhere new. Somewhere new, with an ocean view. I wish we could stay here forever. Somewhere new, it's so overdue, yeah. It's so different when we see it all together. Let's slow down and live in this moment. I'm feeling this, healing my soul, my soul. A week in Costa Rica, just you and me. Summer in November, down here it's 80 degrees. We could watch the monkeys and go post up on the beach. Shit, this place is perfect, baby, we may never leave. A getaway, girl, I've been waiting for so long. So every day, relax and lay under the sun. The breaking waves, just let it play our favorite song. A memory, forever say go. I've been waiting so long for a getaway, just me and you.
Will Was, Costa Rica vibe. I mean, okay, I had some thoughts. My immediate thoughts were, damn, if Ziggy Marley sang this song, this could be a smash. That doesn't sound like a compliment, but if for anybody who songwrites and cares about songwriting, they never care to hear that because they know they wrote something that is has a catchability to it. And yeah, I think your like writing is good. I think your vibe is good. It's not my particular cup of tea to listen to. I mean, I don't really like white boy reggae. That's like a thing of mine that I've like kind of been like I just can't for me personally, probably because I'm a white boy and I love reggae music. But I think if this is your sound and this is the world, and you said you were in San Diego, maybe you're like beach guy, surfer guy, vibey guy, live life, love life guy. I would work with artists that embody that, but not just like white boys. I think that's a lane that is not really alive and well right now. And I don't think it's been done really coolly since like 311 and Sublime. Anybody else? Yeah, see, I don't even, like this song, if you took this to like Chronics or my boy Zach Jones, and it was just like, let's write a song and I got some vibes and I know how to like, I feel the same things that this like tropical music setting shit like feels like, which I do too. But I think it's a tasteful way of presenting that, so it comes off like really raw and cool and genuine. And that could just be in sounds or maybe a couple lines of what you're saying. But I think keep exploring this world, because I think it does sound true to you, and like put this song out and just see how you feel about it and play it back. And like there's so much, like I'm happy this is coming out, because I think there's so much that you learn and understand about yourself after something's out, even 24 hours, how you relate to it. is such a different experience than having it on your hard drive and like what you're working on. So keep releasing music, broaden your horizons if you're going to stay in this world, so it embodies like more of a trueness to the sound. I think white boys can make wavy beach music. I think it just needs to be there's like ways of going about it that I think you could keep exploring. Much love, Will Was. Appreciate you, brother. We're almost at 30, y'all. I gotta go legit in like 10 minutes. I got a little dinner plans tonight. But for everybody who's in this, I'm gonna listen to 2 more, and then we're gonna throw in the Discord when the next live is, or I'll be posting on my IG. I'll try to keep y'all updated. I'm hoping this Tuesday I can get one in. I'm about to go to New York to record. I'm going to Lake Arrowhead this weekend and then New York, and I have Tuesday here. So I'm gonna try to stream and listen to as many of y'all's songs as possible. But thank you to everybody I've listened to so far. We're going to do 2 more. If you're waiting, just keep an eye open for the next one, and I'll talk to the Nero homies about just making sure y'all are at the front of the line next time. But thank you all. I'm enjoying this. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I've never done something like this. I've never twitched in my life, and since I'm not going to be on the road for a little bit, it seems like a really dope time to figure out how all this shit works. And it's nice, selfishly, because I feel like going on this after 2 hours, it's nice to not give a fuck and still be seen. I think a lot of times we think of being seen as, oh, I have to give a fuck. And that's like a weird thing we all face in this day and age with technology. It's kind of like you want to be treated normal, but you also want to be seen, but you're also normal, and you have to kind of perform in a way. It's a weird world. But yeah, fuck it. I don't know where I was going with that. We're on Twitch. Follow on the Twitch. Get on the Discord. I'll be posting in my IG as well when we're going to do the next one. Couple more left. Under the Moonlight V1. Love Alexander. His @ is @ Alex Balote. I'm gonna go fast on these. I'm gonna listen and just. I've already said some things. Let's see on this one.
Right on my shoulder, whisper in my ear.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm all yours. I'm always here. Under the moonlight,
Sick.
I feel your fear. Hear me slowly, and it's near. Underneath the sunrise, I see your eyes coming in closer. In between the lights, I feel your love.
He's a sicko.
The light in your eyes. I'm always yours. I'm always yours. Open up my heart. Open up my eyes, I see the sunrise. Open up my heart, I feel love deep inside of me.
You're crazy.
Open up my heart, I feel love inside of me. Yeah. Under the moonlight, I feel your fear. Tell me I'm all yours. Whisper in my ear. Baby, I'm all yours.
Yo, this is fire. This is. What are you doing with the vocal? It's so. Can you DM me and tell me how you did those vocals? Yo, this is a kid that probably sounds like how all you guys. As good of a voice and a melody and a writer. Your melodies are actually exquisite though, like kind of foul. But he learned how to make his shit sound like really unique and tasteful and different, and like to my ears, who has heard a lot of music, it's like, ooh, that's interesting. You know, that's what the fuck? And the positioning of the melodies, even though it's like robotic in a way, like that's why it's dope. It's almost like he played it on the keys or something. Yeah, bro, I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really fucking interesting. And like one of those melodies like fucked me up. Like it was like a Jesus Christ. There's one part I think when the chorus comes in where I think it's like right here.
Feel your fear, hear me slowly, and it's near. Underneath the sunrise, I see your eyes coming in closer. In between the lights.
That part is so gas. I think some of the vocals things like I like where you're going with it. I think it could maybe be like the vocal could be like a little bit less bright and sharp in some like very lightly take that something down in that. And dude, I know this is kind of weird and it maybe sounds like a plug and play type of comment, but if a girl sang that with you underneath it, the right girl, this could be like a very, very, very beautiful song. It's already so gentle and tasteful, and it's like melodies that I think of in my head that I may not sound good singing, but I'm happy you made them sound good. That's why I do want you to like message me of how you did a vocal like that, because it sounds like what I love about production meets the vocals, and it's not someone just slapping vocals on top of a beat. It all works really well. But get a girl on that, bro. Bring like a little bit of warmth and shine to it, so it's not as like it's kind of SoundCloudy right now, like the lo-fi thing, which I think is dope. But I think if it had like a little bit of like expensive production type sounding warm things that are like going on, it could be very, very nice. Great song, bro. Moonshine Mischief. This is number 29. 2 more, and then I gotta get the fuck out of here. Been on for 2.5 hours. This is easy, bro. I could do. I'm gonna start doing on my Twitch live sessions in here, or like when we're not just listening to people's music. But I thought this would be a good way to start this, so I have like some sort of purpose on here. But yeah, Moonshine Mischief, Chauncey, XX Chauncey, XX Chauncey.
Alright, yeah.
Long ass intro.
Alright, hey, yeah. Happy days are coming, yes I swear it's true. I'm looking to the future, not in my rear view. I was down and feeling out, everything was blue. Since you came around, I've been feeling something new. I'm picking flowers out for hours, hoping I can make you happy. A world that make you happy. I wanna do anything that I can to get your mind out of the gutter, get you holding my hand. So we flipping and we floating and we sipping down the potion and we rolling up a doobie, now we high above the ocean. I see the waves as they crash down, not a care in the world, that's what I'm all about. So we picking up the pieces that we dropped along the way, trying to put ourselves together, fix all of those mistakes. But you wouldn't be you without that. So come as you are, a record plays with a scratch. Hey girl, what you doing today? You look so good in the cutest way. I want you by my side, we can get high, looking so fly. I think you know what's best for me, yeah. So custom my recipe, we'll just drink all day.
That's Chauncey, Moonshine Mischief. Moonshine Mischief by Chauncey. I think some of the bars and like the vibe of it feels a little bit like elementary, and I think there's a way to like you can rap, you can sing, you sound good, you have taste. I don't see why you can't make the words a little bit more palatable of what you're saying and how it's coming off. I think there's something to do in that, but I like the feel. I think there's some more exploring to do. I think I honestly think that you and I forget who, someone earlier. But I was like, you and I forget who. Use your judgment if you're following this, or look through some of the guys that were earlier. Maybe there's a way to do that. But I think y'all should be writing songs together. I think that would be like helpful and like push each other, and get really test each other of like how can we say this better, and so it comes off like in the most true way. I think some of the bars kind of took me out of it in ways, and I think it's like a movie where if you're watching and there's one scene that kind of pulls you out of, I'm watching a movie, then that needs to be like fixed. So it's very much in the nuances. But you can rap and you can sing and you can flow and you have style and taste. So those are what you work with to then say things in a more I don't want to use the word sophisticated. I think genuine. I think there's a genuinity that I want to hear from you. Moonshine Mischief by Chauncey. Hey, find that kid who was earlier, because I don't think it wasn't Anthony, and it wasn't the kid from San Diego. Oh. I'm sorry, brother. If it comes to mind, I will find you and tell you. But Chauncey, keep making music, man. Keep focusing on that pen, my boy. Pink Starburst. Chauncey, let's go. Another one. All right, we're gonna go 31 because Chauncey got 2. Yeah.
I'm starstruck with the things that you do. Starburst, you're so sweet, yeah, it's true. Nice guy in your eyes looking through. I just want to be with. Starstruck with the things that you do. Starburst, you're so sweet, yeah, it's true. A nice guy in your eyes looking through. I just want to be with you. Day drinking on the white sand beach. Got your toes painted black with some hearts all pink. And your right hand got a blunt that stink. I swear this my daydream, baby, please don't wake me. Think about running away to someone safe, or you might ride away. Flipping the script so we can ditch. Just give me the time and place. I need you to kiss on my lip, call you a lift, come to my hideaway. Dancing through the nightfall. I know these times have changed. We gotta be careful what we do and say, but it's you and I through the time and space. So as long as I got you, everything can fade. I wanna make a wish on a shooting star.
Chauncey, Pink Starburst. Chauncey, you might fuck around and write a hit song. I don't think that is the hit song, but I think that you have the ability to. And I think you should keep writing songs, and when you play them back, you will know if this is it. And I think there is a million songs ahead that you need to get to, because I think you could refine your pen and use your melodies, and you're just like, you have an understanding of songwriting, and I think it's just like getting nicer at saying some of the things and like some of the themes. Yeah, I liked when the second verse was starting, and you were like, you were speaking to the girl. If you're in a song too where you're speaking to a girl, try to make that song with the girl in the room. I've done it a couple times. It's hard and it's weird and it's awkward. But it's a good test, because I think if you can go on wax and on the record and say these things, you should be able to say that to the girl in the room and sing those bars to her in a genuine way, and think and know she's gonna fuck with you, because it speaks like that feminine language, which they're all vibes. They're all like feel, and how it's coming off. So you might be saying the right words, but it's like how it's coming off. And I think that's where the pen can be refined. Chauncey, I fuck with you, Brody. We're doing 31 because I just said Chauncey got 2 of them. Matt Gio, this will be the last one. Eddie, if you could spam when we're going to do the next one, we will do a next one soon. To everybody that's tuned in, thank you for tuning in. And if I didn't get to your song, I'm terribly sorry. It seems I can do 30 or so in 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think I'll probably get faster at this. But we will let you know when the next one is. Thank you to everybody who's cut the line. Thank you to everyone who's supported me and gives a fuck about what I have to say. I appreciate that. I hope some of this has been good game. I'm no expert. I'm doing all of these things, and I treat myself harder than I treat y'all, or I have treated y'all. I don't think that's like it's not like something to brag about, or like something I'm like, oh, I fucking self-deprecate. But it's like, the reality is it's hard to make really great music, and unless we hold ourselves to the standard of great music, we're going to keep letting things slide where maybe somebody could have dug deeper, and if they had dug deeper, we might get closer to saving the world and people's hearts. That's my TED Talk. Hold on. Eddie's calling from Nero. TikTok, I got to go, y'all. Eddie, you're live on stream. All right, text me. Peace. Shout out Eddie. He created this. Psycho Sexy, Matt Gio, my last one. I'm juggling a couple things. We'll see you guys on the next stream. And Matt Gio, Psycho Sexy. Eddie, if you're watching this, tell people when they can see the next one or where to go to see that. I think check out my Discord or on Twitch, and we will get to them. And we also film these like they're live recorded. So if you can't make it or don't want to sit through all this shit and you just want to hear what I have to say about your song, then fucking, I don't know, maybe Eddie has that video, or we'll figure it. We're figuring this shit out, y'all. We're figuring it out. Psycho Sexy by Matt Gio. Thanks for listening. Happy New Year. Happy fucking New Year. I like the album art.
14 carats on my teeth, you see the smile that's on my face. I'm a low life, I'm a scumbag, but you like me anyway. Show you all my favorite records, smoke some weed inside my room. I got a head that's full of starters, so I hope I see you soon. Exaggeration in every story that I tell. You left me waiting, so now I'm drinking by myself. On medication, I wash it all right down the sink. Like the dreams I used to have, now follow close, I'm on the brink. I'm psycho, I'm sexy, I'm psycho, I'm sexy, I'm psycho, I'm sexy, I'm psycho, I'm sexy. Well, I fucked up, running from the cops now. 80 and a 25 and drugs I got a stockpile. This isn't my first offense, you think I'm gonna stop? Wrote a suicide note but don't know how to work my iCloud. I'm a dropout, I'm a dope fiend, I'm an alien running through the smoke screen. I'm a weirdo on an ego trip. You were right when you told me I was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm psycho, I'm sexy, I'm psycho,
Okay, back to the hook. Matt Gio, you're the last one of the day. And I think this is an example of somebody who has probably a producer. And that's why the music and the storyline and what it goes through and how you think it's a rap song and then it goes into something that feels 90s-ish and holds somewhat true to that world and like kind of doesn't, you know, it flips the script but not in like a disingenuous way. I thought you were going to be another guy rapping his ass off, which you were. You are rapping. There's a lot of you got. We're all white rappers here, huh? There's a lot of fucking white rappers here. We should all start a boy band. or some of y'all on here should bar out each other, because I think it's like, I don't know, how could we be different? How could we be truly different? And I think if you tuned into this whole stream, it's like, in rap music, you want to tell your story. I actually fuck with how you were telling your story, and like how, like, the things that you were saying were interesting and like told in like an interesting way, and there was a certain charm to that. I think when things are rappy, like rap heavy, and it's like kind of like, it's why people stopped liking Eminem, was because it became too rappy. And I don't want you to go down that path, because I think you're creative, and I think there's only rap if it serves a purpose, and maybe it does in certain sections, but I don't want to hear, I don't want it to be almost too dominant, because I think there's ways to do things. Rap is like a tool. We don't always have to rap. There's a million other tools. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe some of the singing, maybe some different shit, maybe something in the beat, and how. But I like that you're aware of how everything is portrayed at once. Like it was not one dimensional, which is a beautiful thing. Keep writing songs. Keep working with producers, and maybe you made that beat. I think I saw a producer on that. Colin Murray and Fuzzface, and it looks like the art's cool. It looks like you have a cool world. Yeah, your aesthetic's cool. You probably dress well. Yeah, just keep working on your sound and your music. I hope that was helpful. And Happy New Year, y'all. This was a great time. We got to 31 of them. We'll be doing a live stream again soon, picking up on the rest. Thank you to everybody who's rocked with me, and we'll see you next time.